Great play call, great pass, great reception. That play had it all.
today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The Panthers defense ready to go to work here on this Sunday night. And the one we'll be watching is this man at corner.
So many times when he's on the field, you hear announcers like us talk about how calculating he is when he goes for the football. And what they mean, he has a high football IQ, and he eliminates all the errors that could happen and makes big plays as a result.
On first down, Ritter. And complete to Drake London. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now Ritter to throw on first down. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Steps away. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jonathan Grenard, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Throwing on second and long. Ritter. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Ritter back to throw. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch.
The Carolina defense set to go to work here. They'll have field position working in their favor as this ball backed up inside the 5-yard line as this drive begins first and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Second and 5 now. Ritter connecting here with DJ Shark. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Ritter on first and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Working from the gun, Ritter. Over the middle, complete to Jeudy. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Ritter here on 3rd and 2. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line. Even when you add a second defender,
Keep banky,
the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play
Beverley
call a
show.
success.
Bank Beverley show. Banky. Come on, Banky.
On 2nd down,
One.
Montgomery.
Good job,
And he's going to be
defense.
stopped up quickly here.
They all love him. They all love him. It's the Frankie show.
The 8th play of the drive.
They all love him.
It's 3rd and 3.
I'm right here playing deep third. You watching the ball. It's one.
Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage
blocked
as he
him,
brings
coach.
this up to the 47.
Nothing Frankie could do.
That one goes for 8 yards.
Nothing Frankie could do.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Come on, Frankie. Let's go.
First down.
We
Here's
need an
Ritter.
interception, Frankie. We need a big
And
Let's
this
go,
one into the
Frankie.
hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Let's go, Frankie. Let's go,
On
Frankie.
second and
Let's
very
go,
short,
Frankie.
Ritter. This'll be
Big
caught.
game, Frankie.
Judy.
It's a big game. It's always a big game, Frankie. It's always a big game, Frankie. It's always a big game.
7 yards there.
It's always a big game, Frankie.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going.
It's
And
a really
right
big
now,
game,
it's paying off
Frankie.
with big chunks of yardage.
They
as
need to
shown
stop.
by that last play.
We need to stop,
Got
Frankie.
this complete to the tight end Pitts. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now the Falcons going to use one.
Don't let them put 3 on the board,
As
Frankie.
they'll stop it with just over a minute to go.
Don't let them put 3 on the
8
board.
yards to go on 2nd down.
Come on, Frankie. Come on, Frankie. Come on, Frankie.
To the air again, it's Ritter.
Come on, Frankie. Come on, Frankie.
Right back to Pitts again. And he'll get it here
Frankie.
to the 10-yard line.
Good job.
Now another
Good job.
timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Stay right here in the flat, Frankie. Stay right here.
Back to throw.
Watch the
Ritter.
short ball. Watch the short ball,
He'll
Frankie.
leave it for Montgomery, complete. And the Falcons
Don't let
are
him
gonna
score.
have first and goal as they try to finish
Don't
off
let him
this
score.
drive with 6
Let's go,
points.
defense.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job
Come on,
spreading
we
the
can't
ball
let him
around
score.
on this drive. This time
We
he
gotta
gets it
stop.
out to his back, and it's another nice play
gotta
and
stop
another
him.
first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting
You
instead
gotta
of being
stop.
aggressive. and making
No way that
plays.
chance.
Back in the end zone, could he get his
Good.
feet down? No, it's incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready
Good
for
defense.
2nd and goal.
Mama always told me
Mr.
defense
Pitts,
win
and he's
games.
got him. Touchdown Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. But we don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day
Come on,
and age.
Frankie.
And
Come
we're
on,
gonna see
Frankie.
one.
We got a whole nother half of football, Frankie. Let's go, offense.
Panthers ready to go on this next defensive possession. And we'll see what adjustments they made at halftime,
Offense,
trailing here to start the 3rd quarter of play.
In my next
Ritter
wave.
from the gun. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a give running left with Montgomery.
Be forcing the turnover.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Watch the one, Frankie. Watch the one. Watch the one, Frankie.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they will only muster a yard here to the 30.
I want everybody on Montgomery. Everybody. Straight to Montgomery.
Despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel
I need everybody straight to Montgomery.
Get production from their lead horse. That would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
38
straight to Montgomery.
2nd and 9.
Let's go, Frankie. Let's go, Frankie. We playing the inside. Looking good on that. Looking good on playing the inside, Frankie.
Deep for Judy. A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
He just running all over on you.
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery.
I say I want everybody to Montgomery.
With a 2nd and 3.
I want everybody to Montgomery.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first.
Everybody straight to Montgomery.
I'd say offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're...
Come on, man.
For the Atlanta touchdown.
What you doing out there?
Touchdown grab. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding.
The Carolina defense set to go to work here.
I want everybody straight to Montgomery. Everybody straight to Montgomery. Everybody straight to Montgomery.
Here's Ritter. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And this is going to double their
straight to Montgomery.
Able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
Straight to Montgomery.
2nd and 5.
I want everybody going. I want everybody. Frankie said he want everybody heading straight to Montgomery.
Ritter will set up to throw it. Montgomery, another target and catch. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
Hold on, let me click this shit real quick.
7 yards there and a first. Down. Ritter to throw it. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Final minute now in the third quarter. Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Here's Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 41, Ritter. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. The Falcons on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ritter. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. The Panthers ready to go on this next defensive possession. They had the interception last time they were out there, the 2nd of the year for their key defender. And they'll seek another takeaway here as this drive starts 1st and 10. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on second down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose.
That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean, you know.
Enough.
Where this opening me up at? Oh, it got me opening up on the DB. Nah, my offense looking a little too trash with Carolina. I'm gonna have to play a little bit of offense and get that shit off my chest on that offense right there. About to bring out that Banky. It's Frankie. It's Frankie.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The bank Beverley. All right, Frankie.
So here are the Broncos now for their
I'm
opening
gonna need you to
drive.
go out there. I need you to go out there and win this
led
game,
out by
Frankie.
their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while.
You got a lot on
They
the
don't
line.
celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle.
I hear you loud
He has
and
been in the
clear.
league a long time.
Would you
I'm gonna
say
give
that
him
last week's
everything I got,
performance by
cool.
him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
Mean that,
One
Frankie.
touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
I mean it, coach.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the
Ah!
game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts
It's
of
Frankie.
the offense. And
It's
hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Frankie.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500.
Yeah.
yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. The Broncos at 6-5 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Eluding the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Back to throw here. Dances by at the 20. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders 16. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting. Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. They'll look to throw again, sliding out of the pocket. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. Sometimes those tip balls turn out to be like a pinball, just bounce all over the place. Everyone's got to go up and get it. In this case,
we talk about tip drills for defensive players like you, but what about the offensive guys? They do any tip drills?
I think they work on it as well, oftentimes in the Hail Mary situations, because you're actually counting on a ball being tipped to give you an extra chance to catch it. They use that training well.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man-covers are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. No score after 1 on EA Sports. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He shifts past him, and they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Hall on a give up the middle. And some room to roam now. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Oh, he fakes a spike. He dumps this one off here to Hall. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. And he's had his struggles here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Thomas has it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. K.J. Hamler in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Flushed out right. Over the middle, complete. That's Hardy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back
for a big gainer and a first down.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Harris. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing.
Denver's offense now set to go. Straight ahead is Hall. 43 yards on the ground for him so far.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
They'll roll him out right. He's got it. And he's brought down.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
They'll run with Hall.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Breece Hall. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school I.
How about that? Was that a fullback?
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll look to throw.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Yeah, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Buying time to his left.
He was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now a throw from outside the pocket, complete out left.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that's a killer because you think you get it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on third, and then the tables turn. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one. Second and 5. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
He gets it complete to Harris. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll give to Hall. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Breece Hall with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. It's Hardy. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Broncos, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And so that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA from Denver.
today. From Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Denver Broncos.
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On third down, he'll drop to throw, being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Brandon Ayuk, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that, and no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you should get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Rolling to his right. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him leading their team.
Now he's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. Shifts by him. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hardy. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards that time.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Remember, before that interception that he threw, he had started the game 7 for 7. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now back to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. On the draw, it's Hall. Down inside the 40.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And he'll find Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 2nd and 14. That pass is caught by Hardy. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that will tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good to this point. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. The Ravens trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And
all right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And Unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got...
And Denver getting set to take the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And they're going to speed things up here. 2nd and 2. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On play action, they'll throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Open man is Ayuk, complete. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the 1st half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, nice move. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Flush to his right. It's hauled in by Hardy. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Denver's offense now set to go. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Flushed out right. A beautiful fake. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Looking to throw. He'll buy some time right. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Daniil Hunter, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Denver, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.
today. From Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Detroit Lions taking on the Denver Broncos.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Denver Broncos and the Detroit Lions. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week. So keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here's a give to Hall. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The Broncos had 8 and 5 to start play, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Nice move at the 40. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. He had the opening drive interception. Now he'll try to fix things here on drive number 2. And speaking of the number 2, remember, he also had 2 interceptions in last week's ball game as well. 1st and 10 here. Now throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Flush to his right. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the 1st quarter.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Harris. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
And he's brought down. They'll look to run with Hall. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Breece Hall. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away. So the Broncos coming out now. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Complete over the middle to Hardy. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Hardy. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. And they get him down but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Escaping the pressure right. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play of this third quarter, we have our answer.
Well, in basketball, you know how they tell you to have active hands defensively? I think the same thing applies here. Nice job there, prying the ball free. And now
and coming out now, the Broncos. They'll look to throw here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Dances by him. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. A nice little juke. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. A handoff for Hall. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he bowls over it. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. punching it in from a yard away as his guys have now moved out in front. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Thomas brings it in. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. And quickly they get to the line. Back to throw now on first down. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Oh, a leap it. He will make the catch. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. But they can thank their defense for another stop, and now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. Back
to throw again. Flushed out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Broncos. Brandon Ayuk with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Broncos are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
And I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him.
Denver's offense now set to go.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
They'll run. It's Hall.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
This is Hall.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run with Hall.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
They'll try to run with Hall.
Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Here's Hall again.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Breece Hall.
Touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Broncos, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story as they move to 9-5 on the year. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile, for the Lions, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.
Today from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. So here are the Broncos backed up to start their initial drive. And leading them out, their veteran quarterback.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago, 3 catches, 61 yards.
You think the head coach and the offensive coordinator are able to pull the earplugs out now? Because all week, all they heard was, you know, Coach, they can't guard the pass at all. I mean, they're next to last in the league. Let's throw it on every down.
Yeah, last week we saw the numbers. This week going against second to last in the pass defense area. Good for him. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and nope.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And that is incomplete.
The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past.
So the Broncos coming out now. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
And the pressure gets to him again. Upset.